Recording in progress. That is a lot of light.
Now it's in your face.
I just slide it over here.
Can you do that?
You want to push it back some more?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. I can't see the top of my head when I sit up.
Well, figure out what you want to do and put your face in my little box. And
I gotta
sometimes get this show started.
Anybody there? Oh my God.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome to I'm Just Saying Live. And we are out here live from Las Vegas. Y'all know it is summertime. It is time. What did you say?
I don't know.
I don't even know. This man right here. Remember that I'm Just Saying Live is the show where you're going to get all the tea on this week's headlines, okay, ladies and gentlemen? But this week, we got a little bit something different. You know, it's summertime and people are still taking to the roads.
What?
Even though gas prices have skyrocketed, ladies and gentlemen, the gas has not gone down. I told y'all it was going to be a little bit before it went down. So we need to know out there in the comments, are you guys still taking these road trips? Now, we're going to do a little bit of weekend recap because we definitely celebrated Mr. Anthony Thomas because he is a great father and he's not just a father to himself, but all of the kids that come around him, whether they're his nephews, our godson, anybody, he just loves on them kids. If you know a great father out there, please, please, please put him down in the comments. I want you to tag him because we might have something a little special for him, right?
2 thumbs up for the great dads.
You got to participate on that situation because ain't nothing like a bad baby because his mama don't know what to do with him. Okay, so let's tell him a little bit about our weekend. How was your weekend?
Long. 1,200 miles long.
You supposed 1,200 miles. Is that how far we came?
Yes.
Okay, so everybody, y'all ought to know. Simply Tennille don't do no car trips no more. Okay, I understand that it's kind of cheating my kids, and so I tried to suck it up this summer for the kids. Okay, I tried to suck it up this summer for the kids. And man, we've been some places. We've seen some things.
North Dakota.
Yeah.
South Dakota.
And I'm ready to tap out. Car trips are just not for me anymore, especially with 2 9-year-old boys in the back going crazy, arguing, fussing, fighting. But I guess that's what life is all about. That's what y'all keep trying to tell me. I tried it. I did it.
No, wait, you got one more.
No.
You got one more trip.
No.
Either we're going to go to Alaska together or we're going to drive to Canada.
I don't want to drive.
That's it. One more.
I'm going to catch you on the plane.
You going to meet me there?
This is a lie. We've been stopping in some really crazy places and all kinds of things have been going on.
Ooh, we stopped in Voodoo City.
That is not the name of the place.
It was in Arizona.
You need to know that in Arizona, ladies and gentlemen, there is a really quaint, nice restaurant. That's what we're going to say, okay, in Winslow, Arizona.
It didn't come up on my GPS.
So it was really creepy. It had a death vibe in it on a museum upstairs. I'm just saying, it got a little bit weird. Okay. So they came and talked to me already.
Yeah, we can't have you guys pulling out the chairs over there. There's actually tables over there.
The Wi-Fi won't work over there. Okay, so listen, remember that our show is packed full of entertainment, education, fashion, and relationship struggles. So let's jump right in. This week, we interviewed a lady who was really, really great, and we talked about human trafficking. So while we get this set up, because we have something we're going to have to do just here shortly. I'm going to start this play real quick. So just give me 1 second. Hold on. I'm going to start this recording and then I'll start the play and then we'll move it. Okay. 1 second. Let me pull it up real quick because I wasn't really ready to do that. It's okay.
They're kind of hashing in there.
this.
So they open up.
Let me see. Let me pull this up. Okay, Anthony, I'm going to ask. We were talking about our weekend. Can you talk about your Father's Day real quick on here? Because I can't find my, I gotta find my video. Just talk about Father's Day.
Viva Las Vegas, right? Anyway, Father's Day weekend, it was great. Let me see. We went to what? Oh, she didn't show it. Okay, so when we started off in Dallas to pick up the load. And after the Dallas, we had drove from Dallas, Texas, all the way through New Mexico. Then we went through Arizona, and we end up here in Las Vegas. But now we're down here just having a ball at Circus. So on Father's Day, we went swimming. We went to an arcade gallery, but everything's good. It's fine. Let me see. Oh, they went and rode the bus without me. So we walked the Strand or Strip, whatever you call it in Vegas. You're welcome. And we'll be going back in a little bit. But right now, we got the moon.
Don't say that. Why are you even saying that? I just said don't say that. I can't. I can't find my video.
But you stopped it.
No, I did not. Just minimized it so that I can find my video real quick. All right. Well, all kinds of crazy things are going on here. I thought we had gotten good enough authorization. Now I got to talk about it because Mr. Thomason talked about it. But Father's Day was great. We were still traveling. I did not think that we were going to actually still be on the road when all of that was going on. No, we weren't. We didn't get here till the end of the day. I know, and that was not what I was planning. But it's okay. We made it work. Let's see. Need to open up video. Here we go. Oh, that is a screenshot. And I need to go to this. I apologize, everybody. And we're going to check in on Facebook in just a little bit so that we can see. Can you go to my Facebook app, please? Let me see, and I'll get it. Just try, please. It didn't even take time. Man, this is horrible. This time. It's my Zoom. All right, there we go. What is today's? Let's go to the end. This one should be. It will not let me see this little thing. Yes, please. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have Shannon.
We can talk about other sports.
We're gonna play this first so that we can get situated. That's what we gonna do. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have Shannon E. Johnson, creator of Truffle Sauce. Now, you know I like that saucy little name, you know. Welcome, welcome, welcome to I'm Just Saying Live. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Now, we definitely want to get into this short film that you created. We know that there are several things going on in regards to short. Did you do this project to put inside of a short film festival or anything by any chance?
I mean, you know what? We're going to take this thing everywhere it lets us. So yes, we are submitting to film festivals. So everybody put your positive energy and vibes out to the world so that we can, you know, get this in front of as many people as possible and people can see the kind of work that I'm doing, see the kind of work that Isaac's doing, who's my director. And you know what? Give us an opportunity to make more work and bring more jobs to Houston.
Oh gosh, I love it, love it, love it. I recognize your Houston t-shirt. We're going to talk about Houston, ladies and gentlemen, and sex trafficking today, because this is the mecca, really, when you look at statistics and different things going on around the city. It's drawing a lot of negativity when it comes to that. But we know several people, y'all know I'm always talking with Jacqueline and, NTZ about No Trafficking Zone and the different things that they have going on. So I'm really glad to be able to do this. I know a lot of people are wondering, well, you should be celebrating LGBTQ, right now and talking about that. But please remember, one of the reasons that I felt like this was okay to bring on right now, a lot of those people who are not only in normal everyday life, but are also dealing with those issues, are people who probably have dealt with this in some form or fashion in their life. So tell us a little bit about your movie, Truffle Sauce.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. So before I go into that, I just want to say, human trafficking does not discriminate.
True. Boys, girls, youngsters, it's a lot going on.
Yes, women, men, children, people of different sexual orientations, people of different sexes, everything. So it definitely doesn't discriminate. But Truffle Sauce as a film is really trying to humanize the subject, because a lot of the times when we think about it as being so disconnected from us. You know what I mean? When you see it in most movies and on television, it seems so sensationalized, right? That it's like, oh, well, that wouldn't happen to me. So our story is about a young girl named Tweet. She's 25. She's kind of been misguided her whole life, you know what I mean? Making crazy decisions left and right. And she's at a point in her life where she's trying to graduate from community college. She's a tattoo artist. And her grandparents have said, look, if you graduate from community college, then we will buy you a tattoo shop, so that we can get you on the right track, right? Well, they won't let you walk across the stage if you haven't paid your bill. So
got to pay the money.
Yeah, so she is selling truffle sauce so that she can pay this bill, so that she can graduate. However, as she's trying to sell this sauce and she's dealing with people in a space that she's not very used to, we kind of watch her be triggered and watch her be disconnected from everything that's happening around her. And it's easy to judge her for that, right? Like as Black women, people will often say, oh, you have RBF, or you're angry, or you're this, or you're that. But people don't really understand that just because it's presenting as anger doesn't mean there's not several other emotions that are going on. And one of those is feeling unsafe. And so it isn't until we get towards the end of the film that we get to see why Tweet shows up the way that she does. And that's when we start to see the human trafficking piece. So it was really important to us to show what it looks like to be on the other side of trafficking and trying to reacclimate into life. And so there she is trying to go to college, trying to sell this truffle sauce, but her PTSD won't necessarily let her be great.
Oh, wow. We know a lot of people also are dealing with that on all different forms and levels, will it be military, child abuse, different things like this. So I want to say this because I know everybody out there is going to want to ask, what connected you to this type of story?
Yeah. So as a writer, I like to tell stories about people of color and how trauma presents itself when unhealed. We all have trauma, big or small, right? And when we don't heal it, that's how we end up presenting these negative things into the world, whether we're trying to or not. So I actually was a sample lady, like Tweet. I actually did sell truffle sauce. I didn't even know what it was, right?
Right.
And, so, that's the personal side.
I think that there's a lot of people who don't know what it is.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. And so I didn't know what it was, and I was there trying to sell it, and I didn't have a good experience. But I asked myself, okay, who is the person who has to sell truffles? Like their life depended on it. Whose story was that? And that's how I got to Tweet's story. Someone who, if I don't sell the truffle sauce, then I don't graduate from college, then I don't take on my own life, and have control over my own life. So it's bigger than, hey, will you just sample my sauce? You know what I mean? Being able to do that is a step in the right direction of, look, I can do something for myself. I can be successful on my own.
All righty. So let's talk about this writing, because we know that there are tons of young girls out there who have stories that they want to tell and be able to get out there. What space did you have to put yourself in to be able to get on a platform if you will, of this magnitude to be able to get this project done. And then we'll talk about you linking up with Isaac.
Yeah. So the crazy thing is the arts is very entrepreneurial. You know what I mean? And so that's the thing that I want anybody out there who's like, I want to be a writer, I want to be a director, understand that the business of it supersedes the creative part, right? Like as writers,
very much the stereotype of the broken artist, you know.
So it's like, so as an artist, you can go in, especially as writers, we can go in our room all by ourselves and write, right? We can be vulnerable on the page. We can have great words, but the only way that we can get it on a stage or on a platform or on the screen is by looking for funders, you know, creating pitch decks, getting with a director or a production company that can help you to go the rest of the way, choosing your editors, you know, and things like that. So I'm glad that I was able to work with Isaac, and I know we're going to talk about him next because he has a production company here in Houston. And so being able to connect with the right people, this is a team sport, and a lot of people don't understand that about Hollywood in general, about filmmaking in general, or about writing, because it feels so solo. But this is a team sport. You have to have a really good team that can support you and fill in the gaps of information that you don't know, right? Because you don't know everything.
Here at I'm Just Saying, we are always talking about businesses. Everything that you do basically is a business, and we try to help people promote those things. And writing, like you said, is a business if you want to make money at it. You know, going through that process, connecting with the right people, what would you suggest to those people about building the right team?
Yeah, you know, some of it is going to be trial and error. You know what I mean? Everybody's on social media. Everybody can present one way.
Right. Okay.
Start working with them.
It can all look like something.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But it's really about, you know, it's kind of like choosing a spouse or a significant other. You have to find the right fit for you. Everybody's not going to be the right fit for you. You know what I mean? And so that's what I mean by the trial and error part. But beyond that, you want to do your research, right? If someone claims that they're a director, then they should have a reel. They should have something on social media that looks like they know how to take pictures, looks like they know how to film things. You know what I mean? And then you can kind of look at that and see if the tone of the stuff that they make fits the tone of the stuff that you write. Because just because someone can do action doesn't mean they can do comedy, because they can do drama doesn't mean they can do horror, right? So you have to do that kind of research and just kind of find the people who can fit into your puzzle.
Yeah, because I found that, you know, kind of out there. See, I'm one who likes more of a realistic, you know, shot when it comes to photos and this, that, and the other. I don't need it all dolled up and fixed to where, you know, I don't look like myself anymore. You know, so you definitely have to look at what you want and know what you want going into that process.
Yeah.
So you did your research, you know, you ran across Isaac, or he was referred to you. I'm not sure how that went, but tell us a little bit about that collaboration.
So the crazy part is Isaac found me on Instagram.
Okay.
A few years ago. He was getting ready to do the digital.
Y'all don't sleep on Instagram. It gets you jobs.
He was getting ready to do the virtual tribute to DJ Screw. Okay. And he needed a writer. And so I don't know how he came across me, but he reached out to me and he was like, hey, I'd like for you to, you know, come on and kind of write on this project. And he didn't know that I was from Houston.
Okay.
Had no idea I was from Houston. He didn't know I came up during the time where I was passing around screw tapes in my own classrooms. So it just kind of worked out. And because I got to see him do that production and see how professional they were and see how they got things done, when it was time to make my own film, of course, that's where I went. And that's what networking is, right? That's what that is. Like, you work with people, you establish a relationship, and now we've built a pretty good team.
Okay, well, that is great. That sounds like a really easy. I know a lot of people don't have such an easy time, and sometimes have to go back to the drawing board. So definitely remember that everything is not, you know, a constant flow of building upon things. But when you're connected with the right people, you know, sometimes you have that where it's like magic. So I did see the little teaser. It looks amazing. But it was just a little bit, and I'm gonna definitely need to see more. I cannot wait to hear this story about Tweet. I have a person named Tweet who's real close to me, and so I cannot wait to see this. Let's talk about a little bit of the statistics in regards to Houston, because I know that it came over in your kind of like press release or whatever like that. But I just want people to know out there how serious this topic, this issue is right now, real close to you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It is not it is not a situation to where it's a small number. Like there are 50 million victims. Okay, 50 million victims of human trafficking worldwide. That is a ton of people who are having to deal with this. Like she said, there's women, there's men, there's children, you know, and we're not talking about just little girls. And you would think that the age would be a lot older than what it is. But when you look at it statistically, the kids are quite young. They should still be watched very closely, you know, 11 and 12 years old, you know, getting underway. I have friends who are also fighting for the same cause because they went through similar stories like this. So stop thinking that it cannot happen to you. This industry makes over $150 billion a year. Okay, that's gorilla. Okay. Somebody's out there paying for it. I know you want to call them perverts, this, that, and the other, but there are sicknesses out there that you cannot control, and people are continuing to do it. It does not care what race you are either. So please stop holding that and saying, oh, well, they're doing that over here and we wouldn't partake in that. Lies, okay, lies. And like I said, Houston is like right now it's pretty much kind of number one on the map when it comes to situations like this. So I can very much so see why you were kind of drawn to this story, if you will. What do you have in regards to plans of highlighting other things or bringing awareness to other issues that are out there?
Yeah, so another short film that I have, we'll see if we make it. It takes a lot to make a short film. If anybody out there wants to be a producer, throw us some money, you know, contact us.
All right.
One of the other short films that I have right now is about the adultification of little Black girls.
Okay.
Right, we're usually not allowed, and even this happens to boys as well, but this particular story is about, you know, a little girl. And when you watch movies, we rarely have coming of age stories about us, right? We're either babies or adults. You know, there's not much in between. And with young Black girls, we tend to mature more quickly in our bodies. And because of that, we get that much more negative attention from all adults. We'll get attention from men who are sexualizing us, but then we get the attention from women who make it the child's problem that they're being sexualized just because their bodies are maturing. You know, we're told, oh, you're fast, or you can't wear your hair like that, or you can't wear those clothes, when the little girl,
yeah, because even if it is just her hormones, you know, they said that she's already having sex. She's already doing correct.
And her body is just doing what bodies do. And how, again, because I like to write from, how are they affected by it? Right? Because they're not just words. So now this little girl who's been told that she's this bad thing because of what she naturally looks like all of her young life, what does that do to her when she, you know, becomes an older person? How does she now view herself? How does she view sex and things like that?
Yeah, because right now we are in a time where with Instagram going on, a lot of the parents are, you know, being ridiculed for dressing their daughters up in these cutesy little outfits, the halter tops and this, that, and the other. And I'm not judging you, I understand it's your baby, but when you start out like that, where do they have to go? So I really, I would be interested in seeing that one as well. So
great.
That sounds very interesting.
Money our way. The sponsor is listening.
Hey, yeah, that sounds great. So listen, tell everybody, while we still have people here, tell everybody where they can follow you on social media and how they can contribute to that cause, if you will.
Yes, definitely. So you can find us on Instagram at Truffle Sauce Film. Our website is also trufflesaucefilm.com. And if you have any questions, you can always contact us at info@trufflesaucefilm.com. And while we're in Houston right now, we're doing several screenings. So if you guys are interested in coming and see the film, then go ahead and send us an email and we'll send you an RSVP link.
All right, that's what I was going to ask you next, is where can we see the entire project? Because right now the teaser is out on YouTube if you guys would like to go and see that. But like she said, tell them one more time how they can get a viewing pass.
Right, so email us at info@trufflesaucefilm.com and we will send you the information.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right here on I'm Just Saying Live. Now, if you know somebody who may be going through something and you feel like they need to get some help, I'm going to give you the number right now to the National Human Trafficking Hotline, because we say, if you see something, say something. That number is 1-888-373-7888. 888. I'm gonna give it to you one more time just in case you didn't hear me. That's 1-888-373-7888. All right. So Shannon, thank you so very much for participating on I'm Just Saying Live today. We cannot wait to see what you have coming up in the future. And we hope you stay a friend of the show. So let us know all of the things that you have going on when they're coming up, or if you decide to do this screening, because you know I love to show up to those types of things. I cannot wait. So thank you so very much for participating on I'm Just Saying Live today.
And thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you guys really, really enjoyed that. I told you that this show was going to be packed full, okay? So next, we are moving on to the Chauncy Glover Project. Miss Christina Porter, how you doing today?
Well, hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm going to always bring this energy. So every time you see me, especially when y'all invite me out to this phenomenal event,
Absolutely.
absolutely, this is going to be just like this, okay?
We're going to be ready then.
All right. Well, welcome to I'm Just Saying Live. This is
Call me in.
and I'm simply Tennille. Tell everybody a little bit about what you guys have going on over there, okay? Because we've been to an event before. So we're really happy that you guys, are kind of back, moving around, getting things done. Not that you guys stopped during the process, but now there's going to be this big grandiose thing I hear. Tell me a little bit about what's going on.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So the Chauncy Glover Project Mentoring Program, this is our annual Black Tie Gala that we have every single year. Of course, with COVID, we haven't had one in the last 3 years. So we're excited to be back in the Wortham, back on the red carpet, and back for our boys in our program to be able to hit the stage and entertain the audience, and also to share a little bit about just their stories and kind of some of the things that they've been through and some of the triumphs and things that they've experienced along the way while being participants in the Chauncy Glover Project.
So tell us a little bit about your role, because there are a lot of pieces to this. There's a lot of big names that are associated with it. Then there are also the boys, because they come from all walks of life. We heard some very, heart-wrenching stories the last time that we were there. We got all dressed up. We had an amazing time, but the performances, there's so many pieces. What's your exact role? Do you get all of those people who work those pieces together, or tell everybody what it is exactly you do for the Chauncy Glover Project?
Okay, well, I am the project director for the Chauncy Glover Project. It's an all-male organization, and so I'm kind of the sole female in charge. We do have another young lady who works with us that kind of helps the executive team, get some things together. But when it comes to outside of Chauncy, and his notoriety and his name, and reaching out and trying to establish some of those community partnerships and applying for grants and things like that, that would be me. When it comes to making sure that the community knows that we're accepting applications or, anything like that, then I make
first
sure.
Lady over there, y'all. She's the first lady.
And I make sure, that kind of stuff happens, and, just partnering with the schools and, anybody that needs to know about our program. I'm here to help share that information. When it comes to communicating with the parents, I communicate with the parents and the mamas. Like, we have our own group me. We call it the CGP Mamas Club. And so that's where all the women can, get together and, just kind of bounce off of each other and, provide. It's just an additional layer of support, because as the boys are matriculating through the program, then so are the mamas. And the mamas got to be the ones to get them to, the activities that we have going on. When we're preparing for this gala, they're getting them to rehearsals and all that good stuff. So we want to make sure that, our program kind of supports the entire family, not just the boys that are in the program. So there's always that woman in the background that's, moving pieces around. And so here we go.
We love talking about business here, and that's very important because we always talk about teams and building, the right pieces. So I'm very sure that a guy could have done the job, but it takes, that woman's snafu, if you will, to be able to deal with all those moving parts. Be able to deal with all those moving parts. From what I saw, like I said, you were even doing a great job then. So we want to applaud you on that. But how did the project, for those out there who don't know, originally come about? Because like I said, these young men come from all walks of life. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Chauncy started the program back in when he was working as a news reporter in Detroit several years ago. And he was called on a breaking news story where they got reports that there was an attempted robbery on the school's basketball coach, Martin Luther King Jr. High School in Detroit. And so as a result, the coach shot the two attempted robbers who were actually students at the school. And so Chauncy was called on the scene, to do this breaking news story, and they were still looking for one of the boys who had been shot. And he stumbled upon him, kind of lying in the median there, and ended up kind of watching this boy take his last breaths, and of course, obviously, that's going to resonate with anybody who, has to witness anything of that nature. And I think that kind of stuck with him, and something that God laid on his heart, to say that, he didn't want to see any young men continue to end up in those types of situations because they made the wrong decisions. And so he went back into that school and asked the principal for all the friends of that young man, and he started mentoring them, and they started, he called them the Fearless 14, and it eventually turned into a program. And I can say that one of the Fearless 14 is actually one of our mentors this year. And, so that's an amazing thing to be able to, see our young men who go through this program and matriculate through it and become successful, and then come back and want to serve as mentors themselves, because, that's kind of the whole idea, is to pay it forward. We've all had mentors in our lifetime, and we've all been impacted by somebody at some point in time. And so to see them be able to do that is an amazing thing.
And I really like that it's full service. It works on the inside, it works on the outside, because they are presenting, to the community, if you will. And a lot of these boys would not have had that opportunity if it was not for this program. So we really, when I say we really enjoyed ourselves, and we could see that good work, had been done here. And it's not a fly-by-night thing, y'all. These boys are in this program for a little while. It is, like she said, they've brought him back to now be a mentor. So he is still family, if you will. He didn't get himself together and then leave, So tell everybody, okay, so everybody, if you're just tuning into I'm Just Saying Live, we need you to know we are talking with Christina Porter in regards to the Chauncy Glover Project. Tell us about when the event is coming up and how they can get involved.
So our gala is going to be held this Friday at the Wortham Theater downtown. Put on your black tie, your tuxedos, your formal gowns, look real cute, because
the steppers will be out. Okay.
Yes, they will be out. We will be ready. Get your good walking shoes ready. And so the show starts at 7 p.m. You got to be on time, because we will open that curtain at 7 p.m. Major is going to be our host for the evening. It's going to be great. He's even going to sing his new single.
Christian Keys was the last one I saw.
Yeah, okay, that's the one you saw. Yeah. So Major's got a new single out, and he's going to perform that. And we have Nikita Fox, who's going to be performing along with the boys in their show. Pat Williams is our musical director. So it's really going to be an amazing event. The boys have really been rehearsing and practicing their monologues and ready to kind of share their stories. And if you heard, tear stories before, then be ready now, because we got a couple that's coming. Like,
the church is not grabbing you anymore. The Chauncy Glover Project will definitely make you want to get out there and get involved in the community. You have anything to say, because this is a men's thing, and so I'm really glad that the men push this forward. Is there anything you'd like to add to this?
First, I'd like to say thank you all for reaching out to the kids out there, the boys, helping them and showing them that there are people out there that care for them, and really trying to help them. Because a lot of guys, if you don't have a father figure in their life, they have Chauncy and other people out there that can actually, show them the right way, the right path to take. But I do have a question for us, like if other kids or parents that want to put their child in the program, how are they able to do that? Because I know y'all accept kids from all over Houston and outside of the city itself.
Yeah, we do accept students from all over Houston. For next school year, we're accepting 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. So I did some research since the time that I first started in the Chauncy Glover Project, and I earned my doctorate. And my research was based on the program because I wanted to see what are some things that we're doing well, what are some things that we could do differently. And one of those things was that we wanted to catch them earlier and not just have 1 year to work with them, because by the time that they become seniors, it's essentially almost too late. We want to nurture them just a little bit more. So that's why we opened it up to the 10th, 11th, and 12th graders to be able to join the program. Visit our website, thechauncygloverproject.org, and you'll be able to email us. You can call me. The phone rings to my number. So I talk to parents pretty much daily of those interested in getting into the program. Follow us on our social media accounts, the CG Project HOU on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll definitely respond to you and let you know how you can get your son involved into the program.
And I know a lot of you parents out there are thinking, well, my son might be past this, he ain't gonna do good, this, that, the other, because you just have lost all hope. Let me tell you something. We know that everything does not go perfect, because I'm sure you guys have stories of things that didn't go as planned, if you will. But they have ways to try to work around that. And definitely parents out there, if you are having a troubled teen out there doing some things that they probably should not be, do not overlook this, and they may be able to refer you to another opportunity that would be great for your son, a more perfect match. So please, our young boys are out there trying to grow up and be men. They're trying to figure it out, and this is one of the projects that's definitely trying to help with that.
They can they even, like, just say the parents themselves, can they even just bring their child there to the event this Friday?
Absolutely. I've had, I had someone call me yesterday who wanted, to find out more about the program. And what I always tell parents is that, if, the program is twofold. Parents always want their sons involved into it, but the sons have to want to be mentored as well. Right. And that's always a big piece of it, because that the buy-in is very important, because if they aren't, buying into the idea, then they're not going to want to participate and accept what we're, giving to them. And so I've told parents, hey, bring them to the gala, let them see exactly what we do and what they would actually be preparing for, because every young man who goes through our program, they participate in this gala. They work all year learning things and learning public speaking and learning just feeling empowered, so that they can take that stage and they can show the world that this is who they are, and they are not what society has labeled them to be. And that's the whole idea behind the Chauncy Glover Project, is that we want to make sure that our young men have a sense of they're able to trust the things that we're telling them, and we're trying to teach them, that they're accountable for all, their actions and making the right decisions, and that they establish this sense of brotherhood, and they gain all these brothers in this family being a part of this program. And lastly, that they gain a sense of empowerment where they're belonging, and they know that they have a group of people who are surrounding them, that are supporting them and want the best for them, and can give them the tools and things that they need to overcome the barriers that have been laid in front of them, so that they can be successful.
I know what, the last time we was there, and it was something to see. The young men on stage, but if those parents would bring their kids out there and let them see what we saw, I mean, it's something to open your eyes and make you want to change your life. And it's
absolutely
a great show.
So we've got some pretty important honorees as well, because I know that you guys like to do that. What kind of was the thinking behind honoring, current and past members or whatever? How does that go?
The idea comes behind, we always want to look at, people who are committed to making a difference in the city of Houston. We look at people who are, focused on helping our youth, because we know that this is our future. We all going to be in nursing homes, and we need somebody to, be there to take care of us when the time comes.
There's no phlebotomist, man. We're out of there.
Yes, if we don't prepare the future to take over for us, then we are just not, it's not going to be in a good situation. So we look for people like that. We look for people who are making a change. We look at the current times and the current climate. And, you know, we look at people who have had an impact during COVID, people who have had an impact on social justice and, you know, the plight of the young Black male and the young male of color and, you know, all of those things that have occurred in our society, just even over the last 3 years. That's kind of what we look at as a whole. So our group of honorees encompass all of those things. Everyone has done something different, but overall, they've all done something to help the betterment of our city.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all better get out there. If you haven't gotten the invite, you didn't go get the tickets, if you didn't put any money down on this thing, you know, to make them have a great show, I suggest you do it now. Christina, tell them one more time where they can go and do that.
Absolutely. You can go to our website, www.thechauncygloverproject.org. Our social media pages on Instagram just got a good post up there about the event and Major commented on it. So make sure you go and check that out on the CG Project HOU on Instagram and Facebook. And so we'll be glad to see everybody in the place. Get your dresses, get your good wigs ready, and we're going to have an amazing time. We'll have a reception afterwards, what we call an afterglow reception that features a live band, and we'll also have you know, the opportunity to meet with the boys and to, you know, there's going to be food provided by the Breakfast Club. All of that is going to be happening. It's going to be a great event. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We keep those relationships. So we're so excited to be able to be back and in person this year. Our boys are ready. They're excited. They're going to be they're spending the whole week rehearsing and working and preparing. So we just want to see the city out and ready.
It sounds amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, you definitely need to get out to this event. I am simply Tennille. This is Miss Christina Porter. This is Call Me Aunt. I think that this went great. We told y'all all about the things that you need to do to get involved. Be a part of the solution today.
Bring them boys out. Bring them boys, let them see this program, let them see the events, let them talk to these people so they can get their mind together. And like she stated, this is our future.
It'll change your life. Thank you so very much for you guys and your efforts that you put forward toward this.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
All right, no problem. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen, when I know you can see it in our faces that we just absolutely loved attending this event. Okay, so if you need something to do, even if you don't need something to do, you just want to change up the set, you want to get dressed up, you want to get out there in the streets, drive your good car. I'm just saying, you got to drive your good car, okay? Pull up on them. They are definitely going to be having some good things. Now, it's definitely going to be interesting, okay? But also be prepared that it's real, okay? It is real life stories that you think you wouldn't possibly hear. These boys have been through all types of things, and they're going to present it on stage. They're going to let you know about their story and what's going on. But let me tell you right now, we've got all our guests out of the way. Call Me Aunt over here was waiting to talk to y'all about these sports. So he better be ready, okay? Are you ready?
Nope. Nope.
Listen, he wanted to talk to y'all about what went down on this championship.
One and done.
You know what?
Boston failed. They tried, but they didn't try hard enough. When they lost the game, they lost the game. How you gonna be up by 12 and then start losing? And how you make all these bad turnovers? I mean, come on. Now, Vegas had already stacked the chips on Golden State winning again. Everybody like to say, hey, you know, Vegas in control of everything, even all the sports. So if you know that's the deal, put your money where Vegas is.
You so
Y'all gotta be crazy to go against Golden State. But I know everybody say
crazy to go against them. I mean, you have no choice.
These people want to go, yeah, we need Boston to win. We need Boston haven't won nothing since Larry Bird did over there.
You still cheering for them regularly.
I cheer for the Texans.
You know.
I do not put my money on the Texans. I do not put my money
Oh, so
on the
there's
Rockets.
so there's a difference.
It's
Okay,
a difference.
gotcha.
You gotta use what God gave you. But yeah, round of applause for Golden State. They done it again. The Splash Twins came through.
Okay.
Can't beat them light skinned boys.
There you go. There you go. See, we always gotta be putting the color on ourselves. You know, we're proud of everybody out there who participated and won
Yeah.
and came back with no injuries.
Yeah, just getting there.
Now,
Just getting there was a
okay. All right. Well,
challenge
great.
in there.
No other sports you want to talk about?
I'm not talking about no hockey.
Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, listen, I know that y'all don't feel like it because especially in Texas, it has been hot, hot, hot. But did you know today is really the first and actual day of summer? Today is the day, okay? Today is the first day of summer, and it's like the longest and, you know, maximum sunshine yet again because it's been hot.
No, sunshine. Wait a minute. Let's talk about sunshine. Now, I know we are actually 2 hours in Vegas behind Texas, but I don't want the sun coming up at 4:30 in the
Oh,
morning.
baby, it's,
Wait.
it's coming in the window.
It's not enough curtains,
better
blackout
close.
curtains, to stop that sun from rising or shining through. 4:30 in the morning.
Okay, Anthony, what we're gonna talk about these gas prices? What we're gonna do about these gas prices?
Put
What
Trump,
should they do?
put Trump back in office. Let Trump handle everything.
I'm just saying that is not the answer. Maybe if they gave him that power back,
He don't have to be president.
well, oh, you
Just
said
that-
in office.
Yeah, over the
But that's
business.
not what you
by
when
business
you said
side.
that people immediately thought you were saying,
We don't need no. I'm not gonna say president grabbing on women's coochie and stuff.
you know what?
We need
You
a
can't say
president.
stuff like
Well, that's what he
that.
was doing.
He did not. He grabbed her butt.
Whatever. Anyway, put him in office. Let him be over the business side of the United States. Everybody talking about, well, Trump did this, Trump did that.
I
That
don't
man,
want y'all to hear my husband's burn
that
right now. We're gonna
man
move on.
has a great sense
No.
when it comes to business.
No, it doesn't.
All the gas.
He's been bankrupt several times.
But he's still here.
Anyway, listen,
His
Jules,
establishment.
listen. There is expected to be a world record set on July the 4th for people traveling on the road. Just like what we did, we tried to, you know, get out there. But I guess is it because of plane prices? You think
Why they wait till the 4th of July to travel?
everybody's already traveling? But what they're saying is they think that it's going to be a record-breaking year for 4th of July.
So let's just say this.
Because everybody's already still on the road, even though the gas prices are high. Americans, we are so backward. Now we want to be on the road when the gas prices are high. But it also increased the price of flights. So you can't travel as easily with your family on a plane because the plane tickets are more expensive. We're trying to help y'all out because y'all know we out here trucking. We doing some stuff. We making some money in the process.
You're not
We know
making
that
money.
everybody's situation is not there.
If you're not making money, stay home. Stay in your city. So they don't put this subliminal
They wanna
message.
go somewhere
No,
too.
wait. They don't put this subliminal message in
That
your
you
head
have to go somewhere.
that the
during the
price is
summer.
gonna go up because of X, Y, and Z, and you hear this and you're like, maybe I will travel. But they just told you the price is gonna go up. So now you want to hit the road and you got to pay fuel prices at $6.29 a gallon. You better keep yourself down there in Texas or wherever you reside.
Up next, this is something that I have been worried about myself, COVID, which should be dead, null and void. We don't want to hear nothing else about it.
COVID-19 or COVID-22?
19, they haven't gone up to 22 yet. They are now rolling out a vaccine for those kids as young as 5 years old. Please, Lord, do not allow these schools to start saying that the children have to be vaccinated to go to the school.
And they have another one they're trying to get where the kids are 6 months of age. There's no, okay, to each their own.
Well,
So
a lot of people's kids are vaccinated when they're very first born. That's normal. If they go ahead and do it when they're getting their first round of shots.
you haven't gave the baby a chance for their immune system to build.
Well, that's the thing. They normally get the shots so that the immune system builds up.
Okay, she's just saying.
Also, in music news, because we're not really doing like a full entertainment news, but your girl B, okay, Beyonce dropped a new song at midnight. Beehive assembled after 2 years. 2 years. She returned. And guess what?
She's back.
My hair is right in line because it's a disco boogie. You like that, did you?
Diana Summer.
Yes, disco boogie. So everybody make sure that you go check that out. We're gonna support everything in Houston. I believe in repping the hometown, even if it's my kids' hometown, not my D-town for life.
What y'all got out of Dallas?
Don't worry about what
What's
we
his
got out of
name?
We got me.
What's that boy name?
We got me out of Dallas.
DJ Throw. What's his name?
What you talking about?
What's that DJ out of Dallas?
Oh, you talking about with all the twerk songs?
Yeah.
No, we're not gonna talk about him right
DJ Chose.
now. No, DJ Chose.
What's his name?
His name is not DJ
What's his
Chose.
name?
Godzilla. Okay. I know. Okay, so here's my number for this week. It is 11. That's how many officers were inside Robb Elementary School in Uvalde within 3 minutes of a gunman entering on May the 24th. Okay, there was 11 of them in there. They still couldn't figure out what room. Then when they did figure out what room, they didn't go in there and take care of business, and lots of children died. That is also my social unrest. I put it together. Wasn't that good? Y'all know we about to go out here and get in these streets. That's what we about to do. We're gonna see how it turns up with these kids. Las Vegas is definitely different with your kids.
I'm going to the casino.
He gonna leave me. He gonna leave me again
I'm
sitting by the pool while they on the slide.
Blackjack.
So we're going to talk just a little bit about where we are, because we know that there's tons of bad reviews, and we want to talk about, just for a little bit, traveling with your kids, because we've been doing this. We've been doing the whole trucker, trying to make sure, the trucker thing is out there. So we want y'all to check in if you travel with your kids on long distances and what hotels you selected. I did look up a list of the top places for you to take your kids here in Las Vegas, to see if they have babysitters and all this kind of stuff like they do on the cruise ships, which I still wouldn't trust, to keep my kids. I know they're getting a little bit older now, but I don't really trust that. Let me say this. Everybody talks about circus, and they talk about it, pretty bad online. They say that everything's horrible, the service is bad. It's all pretty much true. No. Listen, it actually is not that bad, because there's tons of things right here in this one place. You can still have a casino for that. You got the swimming pool and lounge areas for the mommy. There's plenty of places to drink and eat here. Is it expensive to eat here? Yes, you actually need to go out on the strip or into the local town to go find your food. If you bring a big family, you just DoorDash it. Figure out what you need to do.
Uber Eats.
Because a thing of chicken, 8-piece is like
$32,
but that's before tax.
$36 for 8 pieces of chicken.
So you're gonna spend about $40 for
and that's not a meal.
And I'm just trying to make it real to you, because this I'm just saying live. We're trying to entertain you, and that's just what it is.
Bring your cooler.
Bring your cooler if you are trying to cut back on expenses. Otherwise, save before you get ready to get out this way. Now, if you're bringing small ones, you also need to think about, most people walk here. You're going to be walking up and down the strip, so you need to have a place that's comfortable for them, so they don't impede your trip with your older kids. Now, there's lots of gory stuff like haunted museums and things like this to visit. There's also art areas that are all right here centrally located to this area. But remember, there's still the homelessness and the drug addicts, so prepare them before they even get out.
So stay inside the hotel, the casino. Don't take them kids out.
Don't say that.
It's hot out there.
It is hot out there, but 'tis what it is.
The devil blowing his breath outside.
Swimming pools are definitely crowded because it is hot. The water right now was still cold. That was one thing. Check-in, it can be a beast around this time, because like I told you earlier, people are still really traveling right now. There's a lot of people. Even though we were here during the week, there was still a line.
So check in early or check in online and miss the line.
Okay, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to tell them. If you're one of those people who is what you consider a hotel snob and you need a nice, posh room, this is not the place to bring yourself. Just don't do it.
It's just for kids.
People were very shocked in our family when we said that we were going to stay here, but we did it for our boys, and yeah.
It's okay. Hey, it's okay. But we're gonna always make the best of wherever we
We're
go.
definitely going to do that. And just remember that anytime traveling with the youngsters, do what's best for them most part. And then, kind of piece your way after
Then
that.
your next trip, you're leaving with Amber.
Oh, buy your souvenirs. You're so silly. Buy your souvenirs at, the local Walmart or something like that, because that way they're not as much as they are on the strip.
They 3 times the price in here.
Okay.
Oh, you tell them about your ribs that your baby ordered last night?
Okay. So what was the name of that? Something peppermill? Peppermill Grill is a restaurant that's real close to here. If you want to go and eat with your family, remember that these portions are going to be large enough for you to split with the entire family.
They were Flintstone ribs.
The ribs were, Flintstone size. They were a little spicy, but your burger was huge as well.
Oh, yeah.
The
Turkey
chicken
burger.
strips come in these big platter, so that's a place that you can visit with them.
Food was good.
Yeah, it was good.
How about the
I
drink?
liked it. My drink was good. I'm an old-fashioned gal. All right.
So the food was good. Price was nice.
Okay. You're good. I also allow my kids, because since the TVs and things are here, when we were here waiting for Daddy to take his nap, we watched Charmed. I introduced my kids to Charmed. I don't know how many of y'all used to watch that, but I thought that was pretty funny because they really enjoyed watching the witches for some reason. All righty. Now, do you want to do Tennille's touchy subject? Or we need to get out of here? What time is that?
It is 9:02 here, so that's
All right.
12:02.
Oh, Jesus, we have gone way over. All right. Well, I guess we won't do a Tennille's touchy subject, but listen, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you what it is. Hopefully that you guys are still listening. Oh, 11:02? Okay, sorry. Listen, Tennille's touchy subjects today is about a cop who arrested a family member for public intoxication. Okay.
Okay. Marie?
And the family says, he could have turned, basically a blind eye. Okay. Now the family has it out for him. Are they right or wrong? How do you feel about that, Anthony?
Oh, I haven't read it. Want me to read it?
I just read it. I just told you.
Oh, that was it? That he
That's
turned a
it.
blind eye?
Should he turn a blind eye or should he do his job? Now the family's upset with him when he was simply doing his job. Now, we're very close with a lot of officers. If you were out doing something, you didn't have no business, but you got a little loose in the street, would you expect them to help get you home or arrest you?
Let's just say, technically, you expect your family members to help you,
Right.
but you can't be upset about them doing their job.
What?
No, you
I
can't.
think I could be upset.
You can be upset, but it's not right. It's not
It's
morally
not
right.
right.
for
But
them to
maybe
do
I
their
came
job.
to that specific area or place because I know that you worked there and that you was going to look out for me.
One of my best friends, his older brother, was a cop. And we used to watch him in the neighborhood talk to a lot of people that he grew up with and went to school with.
Okay.
And a couple of them he arrested. And a lot of people in the area, they were pretty upset about that. But, overall, how can we be upset? This man became, a constable, a peace officer, whatever it was.
Hey, Richard.
So how can you be upset about him doing his job? That's not fair to him. And then people suffer death threats. We're gonna blow your house up. We're gonna blow your house up and all this because he's doing his job. No, you need to do your crime or whatever you're doing somewhere else. He patrolling this neighborhood. That doesn't make any sense.
I think this. I love my family, and I think my family knows that I love them, and they know me. They know you. You could easily say, she's a great person, but sometimes she likes to get a little loose. Okay?
But how many
You can-
times?
It ain't about how many times.
How many times you gonna give him a pass?
This is just a one-time occurrence. We're not talking about, we don't know what he's been doing. We don't know. We can't say that he's been constantly doing that. This might have been his first time. And even if it was,
I
you know,
doubt it.
Uncle Ray, like I told you, somebody coming and peeing at the family reunion, you know, he turning up. That's his one time to relax.
That's
Because he's
different,
with
though.
family.
That's
You
different.
don't know that. You don't know that.
You're right. I don't know.
Right.
I know situations that I've seen.
And I'm telling you, you would have to get really, if I was the cop, I mean, you would have to get really loose, belligerent. You maybe attack my partner or something like that.
So your uncle's supposed to tase you? What about Uncle Claude? He's supposed to tase me?
He's gonna have to tase you and put you down. I bet you wake up then. All that you're gonna get real sober.
all the family members we got to the cops, they didn't realize that.
Yeah, so you're gonna wake up right up.
But yeah, I have.
So
seen-
we're opposite ends of the spectrum with this. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your comments right down below. Okay, even with YouTubers, put your comments right on the YouTube. Hop on over there. I'm just saying live. It's too easy. Remember, you can also listen in your leisure. I'm simply Tennille.
Call me in.
You can follow us right there, right here, and on Instagram, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry that you didn't get your style set from Brittany today. She was super duper busy, but it is what it is, okay? Because we all have lives, and we definitely understand that. But tune in on next week because we got some more really great things planned for you. I'm like I said, Tennille's touchy subject. I say he wrong.
He's not wrong for doing his job.
He say he not wrong. You tell us what you think. We can't wait to see. And we're gonna comment back, okay?
Some people just want to pass on everything.
I better get a pass.
How many passes?
All of them. Just give me a book that say, just give it. I don't even want to tear them off. I just want a hall pass, a hall pass thing on my shirt. Just put it on there, hall pass. Okay.
Do you know what a hall pass is?
Yes.
So you gonna get a hall pass?
You gonna give me a hall pass?
You gonna give me a hall pass?
Wait a minute now.
What?
You ain't getting no hall pass. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to I'm Just Saying Live. We about to go see what these machines, not machines, you like to get on the table.
I'm going to the table back there.
Oh, Lord.
You see back there? I'm gonna let hey, you know what? They got slot machines for kids over here.
This circus is a mess, okay? We're just gonna tell you that.
They teaching your kids how to gamble.
It's grown folks here without no kids. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk to you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh my God.